What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to review Green Day's Father of All... Now, this is going to be extremely hard. I think their album and even the song pretty hard to cover in terms of YouTube because of what the title of this album is. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful, especially when it comes to talking about the album, of what I want to say, just because YouTube is just flat out not going to allow me to say certain things. Just so you guys know, before I kick off this review, we're going to be having tons of Green Day content, really leading right up to this album coming out. I'll be reviewing the album once it's out, but I have a lot of things I want to talk about in regards to Green Day, in regards to the album that we're going to be starting basically right away, right after this video. But first, let's talk about this song. So the lead song off this album, an album that's only 10 songs long and around 26 to 27 minutes, their shortest album ever, which is a little disappointing, and that's part of what I want to talk about with this album. But their lead song is also Father of All blank. Technically, if you search it up and on YouTube or where the song is available, it is just Father of All ... I do like that. I feel like that is actually in part because of YouTube, or because of you just actually can't say that. Here's the deal with this song is and this is just flat out honest. I'm a massive Green Day fan. I've been listening to them for a very, very long time. They're so special to me. They got me into playing the guitar. They're my favorite band, okay? And I absolutely do love them. And I can find positives and negatives in a lot of the things that they've done. This song does not impress me from the beginning. So the very first time I listened to the song, I've listened to the song 5 times now, I was not impressed. It's a little off-putting, and I think the way they're doing it, the way Billie Joe Armstrong, and even he's described the song and the album in general, I feel like it's supposed to be a little off-putting. I think it's supposed to be a little chaotic, especially because that's what he talked about. He talked about kind of America and the world being chaotic nowadays, and that's true. That is definitely true, and I think that's kind of representative in the song. Now, the lyrics I don't really think are representative. I don't really see any like huge comparison there, but there is some political messages in it, I believe. When it comes to the song itself, the guitar is extremely similar to F Time in Dose, okay? I'm not going to say the word because obviously, but the guitar is very similar to the verses in that. So it sounds like the guitars have already been done before, but besides that, and the drums really haven't, besides that, this is a pretty original and completely different sounding Green Day song. And I like that, and I'm reading the comments off of their YouTube video. You see the likes, dislikes. People are enjoying it, and that's great. I'm not against anybody enjoying it. I think the more I've listened to it, I don't not like it, but I don't love it. This is not a song that I would say I love. This is better than this song or that song. I'm not even willing to say any of that stuff yet, right? That's just my opinion. But the first time I listened to it, it's like, that is a hard no from me, sir. But after that, once I started listening to it over and over, I mean, it's just different. I don't know why they necessarily have to do the super, whatever they're doing with the tuning of his voice. It sounds, again, very different sounding, and it's interesting, but like, I don't know, it's a very like high pitched, and then once he actually gets in for the main, the main like chorus, I like that part. I like the more aggressive part in the middle of the song. I like that the drums are pretty unique, pretty different. You don't really hear Tré Cool do a lot of the Green Day songs, especially maybe even their more popular songs, is more of just him really keeping a beat, right? Same kind of tempo like drums. This is very different. There's a lot of different fills in here. The song, I mean, it just sounds, we know that. Besides the guitar, again, the guitar sounds very similar before, even when it's all kind of coming together. The guitar has a presence. It totally has a presence in the song that sometimes you can't say. A lot of Green Day songs kind of just come and go. You hear the same 3, 4, 5 chords. If you go through an entire album, you may only hear 10, 12, 15 chords. That's just what a Green Day album, for the most part, generally is. I know there's a lot more to it. I know it can definitely be more deep than that, but some albums you can get that. And because of that, some songs really just have the guitar as the background. Yeah, they're running it, and it keeps that high-tempo feel that Green Day's always kind of been known for. The drums and the guitar have that kind of high-tempo sound to them. And in this song, it still does it. I mean, the tempo of the song is pretty fast, and I guess that is one thing I will probably like about this album, that if it's so short, 10 songs, they're all short songs, the album itself is short, I feel like they're going to come in, they're going to hit you, and they're going to go. And that can be bad. That can actually be a pretty big negative if done wrong. But if done right, it's just a very, very pleasurable and awesome experience. And, for what this song is, I mean, it comes in, it hits you, it's different, it sounds way, way different, besides a couple things, and then it leaves. Also, I feel like some of this song sounds a lot like Foxborough Hot Tubs, and I feel like, again, that's just what this song is. It's kind of a mix of a lot of different eras of Green Day. It's a mix of just a lot of different sounds that they've done in the past, and it's some completely different things. I mean, I don't think we've ever heard, I mean, we have heard his voice change, like they've done this kind of auto-tuning to his voice a couple times before, but not all that often. It is pretty darn rare that you see this, and then you mix in also just all of the different sounds, and also it's very, very short structure. I mean, we're kind of used to having not necessarily a story, but we're used to, I believe, having quite a lot of lyrics, just words in the song. He tends to have very, very long verses, and then, the chorus. So in this, though, it's pretty short. I mean, he repeats the same thing, the same kind of lines. There's only like 3 or 4 different sets of lines in the entire song. And is that because the song is only 2 minutes and 31 seconds? Well, yeah. At the same time, there's really nothing. There's no like kind of interlude. There's no big guitar. There's some drumming, I guess, in there, and the drums kind of start it and end it, which I do like that. That is kind of a little bit different from Green Day. Most times the guitar starts it. So it has, kind of what, and I will give it this. If like there's a new age of Green Day coming, and it totally sounds like it, they've talked a lot about what is to come, that they're done with their record deal, that they're going to be releasing a lot more music now. I mean, if this is that, I like understand what they're going for, okay, and I get what they're trying to do. At the same time, again, like just my brutally honest opinion of this song is it's definitely, I mean, I guess you could say it's not what I was expecting. This, I get it. Again, like I just said, I keep repeating this. I repeat the same thing just like he was repeating the same thing in the song. I get what they're trying to do, but growth from Revolution Radio, I didn't necessarily think this is where we would end up. There was a lot, and I've been listening to Revolution Radio a lot over the last couple of weeks. There's a lot there to truly, truly love. I believe that, and it's such a short album, and I wish there was more songs, and now they're going to give us this, which is an even shorter album with even shorter songs. So that's not necessarily growth, and also just kind of the complexity and really kind of the new sound, or like a mix of new and also going back to what worked in American Idiot and 21st Century Breakdown after all the stuff that didn't work in Uno, Dos, and Tre, was still breathing, and even like Forever Now, I Truly Love, Ordinary World, even though that technically wasn't a Green Day song, he just put it in there. There was a lot of building blocks, I believe, even the song Revolution Radio, Bang Bangs, like basically every song, Bouncing Off the Walls, Outlaws. There's a lot of very good songs there and a lot of room to grow. And then to me, just to me, my opinion, this song is a step back. This song is not where I thought this album would go. Now, it's just one song. There's 9 others. Maybe the other 9 will do well. But as of now, this isn't the growth. This isn't where maybe it's not even growth. This isn't just where I expected them to be 3 years later. I expected them to kind of go down a different avenue with a different sound. And maybe that's the point, because this is just so wildly different. This is so wildly kind of off the walls, chaotic, again, like disruptive, and that's kind of what they're going for. So they are achieving definitely what they set out to do. I just think by the nature of things, by the nature of music too, it's not going to please everyone, and that's totally okay. With that being said, again, like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm going to be talking more about the album, more about what to expect from the album, or what I expect from the album leading into it. We'll be continuing our Green Day review. We've reviewed actually every single album up through 21st Century Breakdown. I'll be doing Uno, Dos, and Tre soon. So we got lots of Green Day content, and then when new songs come out, we'll of course be reviewing them and talking about them, and then when the album comes out, we'll be discussing that as well. So guys, if you like Green Day, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys hit that bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And thank you, as always, for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.